Today I'm going to be eating fish and chips, but it's not your regular fish and chips. It's one with a difference. So let's go try it out and see what it's like.
So the place I'm going to for this unusual fish and chips is a place called the Lost and Found Club. It's in this old looking building with seating available on the outside, but it's a little too cold for that at the moment, so I think I'll be sitting on the inside. Let's head in. The inside is decorated really well and kind of has a 1930s cocktail bar feel to it. You have different types of seating throughout, including high tables, booths, and even more fine dining looking areas. But I think the centerpiece of this restaurant is the huge tree in the middle, lit up with lights. I'm not sure if it's real or not. In fact, it probably isn't, considering it's indoors, but nevertheless a great feature. The menu is a good size with the usual restaurant offerings like pizza, steaks and sandwiches. It even has cocktail offerings on the menu, so I guess they might be the speciality here, although I won't be trying them today. Because today I'll be getting the masala fish and chips right there. Plus my usual pot of tea, which came in this fancy looking tea set. Although, are they supposed to be the same colour? Or are they meant to be different? I'm not too sure, but it was a fancy set nevertheless. So let's make a quick drink before the food arrives. Okay, so here is the masala fish and chips. I'm really looking forward to trying this out as it's a little different from the norm. So let's see exactly what's included. You get a huge piece of sustainably sourced Atlantic cod, which is in a poppy seed batter. You get masala spiced triple cup chips, a pot of minted pea raita, a wedge of lime, and a sauce which I'm not quite sure what it is, but maybe some sort of curry mayo. Let's dig in. I'm going to start by squeezing only a bit of lime over the fish as it came already salted. And I'm going to start with a chip. So these are really big chips. They kind of look like a cross between a potato wedge and a chip, somewhere in the middle. They've got a nice golden brown colour to them. Let's see how they taste. Delicious. There's not too much of a crisp to the outside, maybe only slightly. It's more of a chew, which I like. It has that classic baked or fried potato flavour, not too much of a masala flavour though. The inside is soft and fluffy with a floury texture, and because it's a thicker chip, you get a substantial bite and chew. These are good chips. I have to try one with the sauces. As mentioned, I'm not sure what sauce this one is, as it's not mentioned on the menu. I'm guessing it's a alioli or mayo of some sort, but maybe spiced with masala flavourings. Fantastic. For me it tastes like a masala mayo, so you get the flavours of the spices but not too much of a kick. I assume this is in place of a curry sauce. The texture is thick and creamy with a creamy flavour too. It works well and definitely complements the chip. It's surprisingly good. Let's move on to the minted pea raita, which is an Indian yogurt dish, served with various meals to sort of act like a palate cleanser or cooler when you eat spicy food. Let's try it. Very nice. It's creamy and unsurprisingly yogurty, with that slightly tart and sour taste. You get the flavour of the mint. There's whole peas in there, so they pop as you chew. There's also a bit of cucumber in there as well, which adds a crunch and freshness. I need to try it out with a chip and combine the flavours. So the oily fried potato with the creamy fresh raita. Here it goes. Delicious. Right, I think it's time for the fish. How appetizing does that look? It's a great big piece of battered cod with a bit of a garnish on top and a poppy seed batter as mentioned. Let's cut into it and see the fish in the middle. The cod is a nice white colour and a decent thickness too. It looks to be perfect, not too thin or not too thick. You can see the poppy seeds in the batter. I can't wait to eat it, so let's cut off a piece to try. I like it when the fish stays intact when you put it onto your fork, so you can get a bite of everything. There's nothing worse than when the fish is too thin or it flakes away so much that you end up not being able to get it on your fork properly. This is perfect. Let's eat. Amazing. The batter is crispy and crunchy. You get a great crunch as you bite into it. It's well seasoned too, so you get a good salty and tangy citrus flavour from the lime. The poppy seeds add a bit of nuttiness. The fish itself is soft and delicate. It flakes away as you chew, but still has a good bite to it. This is really delicious. I want to try out a bit of the fish on its own, so let's cut off a piece to try. Really nice. Sometimes cod can have a really subtle taste, but this has a bit more flavour to it, and I like that you get a decent sized fillet too. This might even be bigger than at some chip shops. Okay, I think it's time for some combo bites. This first one is the classic, fish and chips together. So you have the poppy seed fish with the masala triple cooked chips, with a bit of salt and lime on top. Amazing. I've got to try it a bit with each of the sauces. I'm going to go for the minted pea writer first and add a bit of that creamy freshness into the mix, which should cut through the oily fried fish and chips. Fantastic. But this is the bite that I'm really looking forward to. A bite with the masala mayo. It's just going to add an extra dimension with the spices in there and how creamy it is. Incredible. And for the ultimate bite, everything on the plate. I've only just managed to get it onto my fork. Let's see how this combo of flavours is gonna work. Delicious. What a great meal this was. It says on the menu to indulge in something different, which this was, and I think it's worth it. The infusion of flavours worked well, and it's a bit of a nice surprise to have something different taste so good. For this meal, combo bites are definitely the way to go, especially with the sauces. They really do make a difference, and I combo bited my way right to the last bite.
So that was a really nice fish and chips, probably one of the best I've had in quite a while in a restaurant. The batter was nice and crispy, had flavour too, the fish was soft and succulent, the chips, they were nice as well, and the sauces on the side were delicious. So the total cost of that meal was £19.80. Was that worth it? Comment down below your thoughts. For me, I would say it definitely was. Okay, if you like fish and chips, click on the thumbs up icon below and click on subscribe to come along for the next food journey, and I'll see you there.